3 things I am so glad that nobody told me before becoming an entrepreneur, and I'll tell you why at the end. The first thing is taxes. I'm so glad that nobody told me that every few months you're gonna get like a bill from the CRA and they're like, hey, just like casually send us $3,500, casually send us like $4,000. And you're like, oh, okay, because you have to be planning for taxes, okay? And taxes are like 20 to 30% of all the revenue coming in. So you just get these like nice big bills from the CRA all the time. And when you're an employee, they usually take it right off your paycheck, so you don't see the amount of taxes you're paying. You just get like a woo, fun tax refund in April. Not the case. And the first few times this happened, it sucked and it was so stressful, which leads me to the second point. Second thing I'm glad nobody told me was the mental stress of being 100% responsible. When you're like designing and creating a business, the work truly like never ends, and feeling like sometimes it's very lonely and you don't feel like you have other people you can lean on when you're struggling with a problem, like at work when you can like go talk to a coworker or go talk to your boss. And that takes a mental load. And quite frankly, it's a huge part of probably why I struggled with severe anxiety and depression in my second year in business. And the third thing I'm so glad nobody told me is how difficult or like how much you have to work through your money mindset and old beliefs around money, especially if like you grew up in a not business environment. So like both my parents were salaried employees. So it's very much like you can't just like create new money out of somewhere, and figuring out how to feel comfortable like making money and also price your services, especially when like you are the service. It's not like a physical product. And feeling like worthy of charging money for what you're doing. That was so hard for me. And I told you I'd tell you why. And the reason I'm so glad that nobody told me these things is because honestly, every single one of them was so difficult and challenging. Never mind like putting those 3 things together. And if I had known how challenging that was going to be, I don't think I would have started. And I'm really glad I didn't know these things before I started, because it would have robbed me of the opportunity to literally change like hundreds and thousands of lives. And it would have scared me out of doing work that I absolutely love and honestly having my dream career. And what I've learned, and the reason I'm sharing these things with you, is because every job has shit. So if you're looking online, you're like, oh, it'd be so much easier to be an entrepreneur and like start my own thing and like make unlimited money, or like, oh, it'd be so much easier to like go back to school. It'd be like my life would be so much easier if I like switched jobs. Like every job has shit, and there's always pros and cons, and you just have to you have to find something where the things that you love outweigh the things that you don't like. And all of those things that sucked, I worked through them. I learned, and I'm sure there's many more things that I don't even see coming. But I've been in this long enough to know that I absolutely love what I do, and I'm so grateful to be here every day. And I'm so grateful that you're on this journey with me.